So, welcome back to another episode. Now, I gotta tell you, in my news feeds, all I see is people talking about the new Nintendo 3DS XL. And I thought, hey, I just picked up mine yesterday. I thought I'd come in and throw my review out there as well. I really wanted to talk about it. So here it is, the new Nintendo 3DS XL. I went down to Best Buy to pick up mine, and I didn't pre-order it. I thought, no problem, I'll just walk in. And this is a few hours after the store opened. I got off work, I drove over there, and I walked in and I'm like, oh, do you have the new Nintendo 3DS? And the girl's like, no, it's sold out. I'm like, it's sold out? Really? She's like, yeah. She's like, we have a couple of the red ones left. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Now, here's the thing. There was a red one, there's the black one, that's the one I kind of wanted. And there was a Majora's Mask one, and there was a Monster Hunter one as well. The Majora's Mask one sold out, obviously, very fast. I didn't think I was going to walk in and get one of those. It wasn't my plan, but I just thought maybe they'll restock and there'll be a whole bunch of them, but no, there wasn't. So I went over to a local Future Shop. I live in Canada. There was nothing there as well. I went to Toys R Us, and that is where there was a ton. In Toys R Us, they just had a ton of this. So I picked up the system itself, and I picked up Majora's Mask here. I raced home, I unpacked it all, and let me just tell you something here. I have the old one. Okay, this is the old Nintendo 3DS XL now, as it will be called. It was the blue. Kim has been using it for, here we go, Fantasy Life. She just finished it. You can finish it many ways, whatever, but I'm not getting into that. But she's been playing this full stop on this thing. So, and I've always loved this version as well, but it is the old version now compared to the new. What is so good about this new version? I was hooking it all up and I'm like, I had a bit of a moment of buyer's remorse. I'm like, why did I buy this? This was a couple $100. Is it, why? For better 3D? And I'll get to the 3D in a moment for sure. So what does it have? It has, I'll just show you right here, a brand new C-stick right here. That's just above your regular buttons, and the buttons now are colored as well. The cartridges don't go in the top; they now go in the bottom, right here. They've moved the volume control, which used to be on the side here, to the top right here. It's got a faster processor. It's got built-in amiibo support. But I'm still sitting there having buyer's remorse. I can't tell you. I was like, why did I buy this? Why did I buy this? And this is a big part of my review right here. I opened it up. And I was searching all over because I wanted to demo it with a whole bunch of my old games. So I got, Zelda, Pokemon, Pilot Wings, Zelda, A Link Between Worlds, Super Street Fighter, Project X Zone, Metal Gear, Snake Eater, some of my favorites on the system. And the first one I put in, I thought I'll just start this way, was with Ocarina of Time. Now I also have something else to admit. In the older versions of the 3DSs, I got something to admit. And anybody who's listened to me on podcasts in the past knows my opinion on this. I always thought the 3D was very gimmicky and very not good. Because you'd be playing a game like this, and if you move, God forbid you move this, it goes out of 3D. In a second, it goes, oh, it's out of 3D. Oh, it's out of 3D. And that always really bothered me a lot, and I was saying this out loud to people, and they're like, oh no, you're being so intense on Nintendo, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, the 3D is not very good. I wasn't trying to bash Nintendo, but at the same time, it wasn't very good. So I got into a lot of arguments about that, where I can honestly say I had all this buyer's remorse. I opened it up, I put Ocarina of Time in, and what this has is eye tracking technology. Honestly, I couldn't believe it until I read this. But I didn't know how well it would work for 3D. So I put Ocarina of Time in, and I'm moving around, and I'm like, whoa, it's not getting out of 3D. I'm going like this. It's not out of 3D. The 3D, okay, I can't stress this enough. I had to phone a friend afterwards and rant about how good I thought the 3D was. The 3D is fucking amazing on this. I can't stress that enough. I demoed every single game here to try it out, to see, no pun intended, to see the differences. The 3D on this one is not so good. Kim was playing Fantasy Life. She never used a 3D. In all these games here, I never use a 3D for the old one. The new one, it is breathing fresh life into all of these older games. I mean, it's like I wanted to go to the store afterwards and just buy 3DS games. Just like a whole bunch of ones I passed on just to play in 3D because the 3D is that good. And I'm not being shallow on that. This is something I bought myself. As you know, I don't work for Nintendo. I don't get like, copies of games when they release anything like that. I buy it all myself. I'm just a fan. I'm here to tell you the 3D is fucking amazing. I was so shocked. Buyer's remorse I had. I'm like, oh, why did I have to buy another Nintendo handheld? I always had to buy every Nintendo handheld. But it was worth it when I turned on the 3D and I was just watching the opening. And it was like a whole brand new game again. I don't want to sound all hokey, but it really took me back to when it got released on the N64. I was like, it felt so fresh again. And then I started playing the game and got out of the town running around. I'm like, oh, man, the 3D is excellent. So it tracks you, so you can't get out of it. Only if you're like going like this. You look back at the screen and will it wobble a bit. But if you're going like this, like this, like this, 3D is perfectly stable. Isn't that amazing? I can't show you that. That's the only problem. I can't show you that. The only problem is here's the problem. The new Xenoblade 3D gets released. It's only on the new Nintendo 3DS. The mother goes to the store. Oh, can I get Xenoblade 3D for my son? And he's only got the old version. Oh yeah, here you go. And you go try to put the new game in this one. It won't work. It's enhanced with the new CPU for this one. My problem always with this machine was this machine, the new one, should have been the old one. The 3D that this one has should have been in the old one. That's really what I think. That I was like, why wasn't it 3D this good to begin with? Kim came home, and here's another review here. Kim cannot see 3D too well. We go see 3D movies, and it's pretty good, but she doesn't like it like I do. I really like 3D movies and stuff like that. She doesn't really seem to like. She hated the 3D on here. Hated it. I put in Fantasy Life. I said, "Hey, check this out in 3D," and she's like, "Wow, the 3D is really good." And I'm like, "Yes." And she was able to see the benefits of the 3D, and then also it comes with a little demo, the 3D demo. On here, just to show you what 3D looks like. You can just press a button, play a movie. That's what it really is. To see what it's like, and it's pretty fucking good. So I just wish this new one was the old one. But hey, that's the way Nintendo does it, right? They upgrade it ever so slightly all the time. It is a big jump though for the 3D. But if you're on the fence, you don't have the old version, just go get the new one. It's really good. You'll be really impressed. If you have like the very old, 3DS. Oh my god, yeah, man! And you have all these old games. It'll just make them all brand new again for you. It's really done that for me. And I haven't even unshrink wrapped The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask yet. I haven't even done that. Not at all. So, anyways, that's my kind of 2 cents on this machine. Oh, one more thing. The one thing, and I don't want to end on a negative, but I'm ending on a negative. What it doesn't come with, I mean, really? It doesn't come with an AC adapter. Luckily, I have 2. You know what I mean? But what if I didn't? I get home. It's already charged halfway when you open it. But what if I didn't have an AC adapter? And I'm playing, Ocarina of Time or like Majora's Mask here. And I get halfway through the game and the machine dies. Yeah, that's not very cool. They did it to keep the box. When I bought it, I couldn't believe how small the box was. Like, check that out. I'm like, I picked it up. I'm like, is this the XL version? As though there was any other. So, that's kind of a bit of a lame thing. It would be nice if they had a mail away where you could get a free AC adapter or something. Well. It didn't come with that, so what can I say? I like the new 3DS XL. I think it's pretty cool. It's got all these other features, the C-Stick for enhanced control, faster processing power, built-in amiibo, support, all that. Yeah, that's fine, but how is the 3D? And how do the games play? Pretty good. And I think you'll use the C-Stick in the future for some more compatible games. We'll see about that. So, anyways, guys, that's my 2 cents on this machine. Until next time.